Sneezing Sidney, the Silly Crocodile. Once upon a time, in the heart of the lush green jungle, there lived a crocodile named Sidney. Sidney was not your ordinary crocodile. Oh no, he had a peculiar problem that made him stand out from the rest of the crocs in the river. Sidney couldn't stop sneezing. Every time Sidney tried to do something, whether it was swimming in the river or basking in the sun, a big mighty sneeze would come along, causing chaos wherever he went. One sunny morning, Sidney woke up with a tickle in his nose. Achoo! He sneezed loudly, startling all the nearby animals. Oops, sorry. Sidney apologized sheepishly, his snout still twitching. Sidney's friend, Benny the butterfly, fluttered over. Good morning, Sidney. Are you ready for another adventure today? Sidney nodded eagerly, but before he could say anything, another sneeze came rushing out. Achoo! Sidney sneezed, and Benny was blown away like a tiny paper kite in the wind. Oops, sorry, Benny, Sidney called out, but he couldn't help but feel a little downhearted. His constant sneezing made it hard to enjoy anything without causing a mess. Determined to find a solution, Sidney set out to seek help from his jungle friends. He asked the wise old owl, the busy bees, and even the mischievous monkeys for advice, but nobody seemed to have a remedy for his sneezing problem. Feeling disheartened, Sidney trudged back to the riverbank, where he met a group of giggling ducklings. What's wrong, Sidney? Asked one of the ducklings. I can't stop sneezing, and it's causing so much trouble for everyone, Sidney sighed. The ducklings huddled together, whispering excitedly, before one of them exclaimed, We know just the thing. Follow us. Curious Sidney followed the ducklings to a hidden corner of the jungle, where they showed him a patch of bright yellow flowers. These flowers are called sneezeberries, explained the duckling. Eating them always helps us stop sneezing whenever we get a cold. Sidney hesitated for a moment before munching on a few sneezeberries. Suddenly, he felt a tingle in his nose, but instead of sneezing, he let out a small chuckle. It worked, Sidney exclaimed, his eyes lighting up with joy. Thank you, ducklings,